Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jack, if you haven't practiced with me before. And this is the second practice in our 20-day challenge. Now, if you were waiting for yesterday's practice, yesterday, I'm sorry that there was no class that was posted. There were some audio issues, and you know, being my own production man slash spiritual guru, it's a lot of work. So anyways, this will be the second class. We'll just call it like a 21-day challenge, and that extra day is just our practice of accepting curveballs. So in honor of that, today's class is going to be a 30-minute slow flow, and we're going to focus on opening the shoulders. So it's a vinyasa class, but we're going to go extra slow and get extra juicy. So for those of you that are my fire friends, you're still going to work hard, but we're going to have the time to really take things at a pace that makes things either potentially harder or potentially just more space for you to pay attention and to tune in. So with that being said, go ahead and find a nice comfortable seat on your mat. So now that I have my Starbucks, we'll get started. So find a nice comfortable cross-legged pose, or a virasana, or whatever seat you like to sit in on the mat. Sit up nice and tall, close the eyes. Take the shoulders onto the back. Broaden the chest up a little bit. So make a really concerted effort to not just slouch here. We spend way too much time slouching these days. So from here, let's take a big inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. One more, inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Bring the hands to meet at heart center and set your own intention for this practice today. And it could be as simple as moving slow, getting deep, and just tuning in. Or it could be something more specific that's going on in your existence. Now, as you feel ready, gently open the eyes. So before we get started, the really important part of this class today will be the Ujjayi pranayama. So that's the constriction in the back of the throat as we breathe. I want to teach you how to do that before we jump in. So oftentimes I'll tell you to breathe like Darth Vader or breathe like the ocean. And really the technique that I like to use to really teach people is this HA sound. First, we'll start with the mouth open. So I want you to begin. This looks weird, but you know, hopefully you're alone or you're just a weirdo like me. You're gonna open your mouth and do an HA inhale and exhale. So you should hear that HA sound, and it shouldn't be like that's too much, that's too aggressive. Now I want you to keep that, but seal your lips. So that, you know, when we used to practice together, that one guy down a few mats who would breathe really loud, although he was annoying, he was actually just doing it right. So that's what I want you to do today. And it's not that's too much. That's too aggressive. It's gonna make you feel lightheaded. This is you should imagine kind of a swirling air in the back of the throat as you breathe in and out of the nose. So that's Ujjayi pranayama. If you do that breath consistently, both the audible sound of the breath is gonna help you keep the mind centered. It's also gonna build some heat and bring a little bit of cadence into the practice. So let's try it together. Take a big inhale, Ujjayi. And exhale. One more. Very nice. Now from here, interlace the fingers, open the palms up to the sky, and just find a little bit of side-to-side movement. Begin to get into the shoulders and the upper back. Notice how you're doing, how you feeling today or tonight. Bend the elbows, take the hands behind your head now. Draw the elbows out wide for now. Usually we wouldn't do it like this, but I just want you to go side to side. Lift the right elbow up, and then the left elbow up. Just feel free to add in any organic movement into this so you can kind of create a more swirling action. And then from here, inhale, reach the hands nice and high as you can to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, flex your gun, show me your muscles. Take an inhale, draw the elbows back. So if your elbows are down here and you're drawing the elbows back like this, I don't want you to do it that way. I want you to lift the elbows up a little bit, then pull the forearms back together. It's hard, it involves strength. And then exhale, bring your right elbow on top of your left elbow and your hands together. Of course, if you can't get the hands together, it means that you're a loser. I'm just kidding. It means that your shoulders are a little bit tight, which is fine. The point of all those jokes and all of these videos is just to help you remember that your self-worth has nothing to do with how flexible you are or how good at yoga you are. There are a lot of assholes that do yoga. And there are a lot of assholes that don't do yoga. Good. Inhale, re-cactus the arms, broaden the chest. Exhale, bring the left elbow on top of the right and the hands together. Lift the elbows up a little bit, press the forearms forward. So I want you to feel the length in the upper back, the space between the shoulder blades. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, re-cactus the arms. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back once again, and then take your right hand to your left hip. Use your left hand to get it there. Squeeze the elbows towards one another, and then let your left ear fall towards your left shoulder. And you can rock the head along its axis, back and forth a little bit. Turn the chin down. Just do whatever feels good and comfortable. Where do you need this stretch? Good. Bring your head back up. Draw the hands back and down first. Broaden the shoulders, and then switch sides. Take your left hand to your right hip. Use your right hand to get it there. Squeeze the elbows together. Right ear towards right shoulder, head can draw back, head can fall forward, chin can turn down. Very nice. I'm saying that to the pose because I can't see you, but you're probably doing good as well. Nice. Now bring your head back up, undo your arms. From here, we're going to do a few last shoulder things, and then we'll get moving, but nice and slow. So inhale, reach the right hand high, wrap the pinky finger in, bend the right elbow, try to itch your back, scratch your back. Take the left hand to the right elbow, and then gently draw the elbow in, lift the elbow up, and press the base of the skull back into your right forearm. Now, side bend up and over towards your left, but don't be too yanky with the left hand. Just go to a point where you feel a good stretch and just reside in that space. There's this always, for some reason, this constant urge to do more, to go further. That's not the intention of yoga, at least today. Good. From here, let's go ahead and undo that. Now I want you to take an inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, draw the shoulders back and down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach the left hand high, wrap the pinky finger in, bend the elbow, try to scratch your back. Take the right hand to the left elbow, press the base of the skull. So not the top of the head, but the base of the skull. So show me that double chin. And then go ahead and side bend up and over to your right. So as I'm doing this with you, I'm like, wow, this feels good. We all hold a lot of tension in the shoulders, and you don't have to do a billion chaturangas to get this really nice kind of return from yoga. And trust me, in these 20 days, we will have some fiery classes, spicy classes, but it's all a balancing act. Good. Inhale, come up, undo that. Soften the shoulders down. Let's take an inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades back and down. From here, I want you to roll forward into a tabletop pose. So shoulders over your wrists, hips are over your knees. Spread the fingers, the finger pads, and the knuckles down into the floor. Nice. So what we're going to do right now is called flossing the shoulders. So nothing in the pelvis is going to happen. No twerking today, but well, maybe later today. But for now, I just want you to feel, without bending your elbows, if you can melt the shoulder blades together on your back. So elbows don't bend, but this is called retraction of your scapula, shoulder blades together. Now, if you press through the hands, you can lift the space between the shoulder blades. This is called protraction. So retraction, melting the heart. Protraction, lifting the space between the shoulder blades. Do that a few more times, but don't bend the elbows. Just feel the flossing of the shoulder blades. Now we're going to start to add in some pelvic actions. So inhale, melt the chest, stick the butt out, and then try to broaden the heart. This is called cow pose. Exhale, round the back, chin to the chest, navel in and up, protract the shoulder blades, press the floor away. Good. Inhale, retract, stick out the butt, extend the spine. Cat or cow pose, moo. Exhale, cat pose. Round in and up, and then just continue to go back and forth with the breath. Some of you are like yoga ninjas, so if you want to get into it, do that. Or if you're just like, cat and cow is good, Jack, do that. 3 more rounds of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Remember that Ujjayi breath that I just taught you. Do that here. Good. On your next inhale, stay in a cow pose. Step the hands and inch forward. Let's tuck the toes and press back, downward facing dog with bent knees. So as you press the floor away, stick the butt up to the sky. Now keep the knees bent, and I want you to let the shoulder blades rise up to the ears, and then soften the shoulder blades away from the ears. If you're confused, look at me for a second. I inhale, lift the shoulder blades, press the floor away. Exhale, shoulders away from the ears. And I'm just doing that a few more times. Now I want you to keep the shoulder blades lifted to the ears. Try to wrap the biceps forward. Take an inhale, come onto the tippy toes, straighten the legs. Exhale, press the heels back and down. Inhale, glide forward into a plank pose. Pause here, press the finger pads and the knuckles down into the mat. Now drop your knees and literally do the laziest chaturanga that you've ever done. There we go. Nice. Now, take your right arm into a cactus position. Don't have the elbow too low. That's going to affect this in a really weird way. Keep the right elbow right in line with the right shoulder. Right ear to the mat, and then roll open. So you're stacking left hip over right hip. Maybe keep the left hand on the ground, maybe just bring the left palm open on the back. That's a little bit more of an intense variation. But spend a little bit of time here. As we open the shoulders, the point isn't to, push, 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 because you might end up actually making the problems worse. It's all this delicate balance between effort and ease, this perfect kind of approach, which usually tends to be about 70% of your maximum. So if you could imagine like the most maximum stretch you could come into here, come to about 70% of it. If you're tired today, come to 50%. If you're extra energized, maybe just stay at 70%. Good. From here, roll back onto the belly, and we're going to switch sides. So bring your left arm into that cactus position. Left elbow a little bit ahead of the shoulder. Left ear to the mat. Roll open. Stack your right shoulder on top of your left. Maybe plant the foot behind the leg. Maybe bring the right palm open on the back. So if you think about this position, it's like cactus arms, but you have something leveraging the opening of the forearm drawing back. It's opening up the pectoral muscle, the front of the left shoulder, so anterior deltoid, pec minor. But I also feel it in the kind of armpit, tricep area. So just notice where you feel it. Soften the face. This could be a great practice if you're like just waking up or if you're just going to bed as well, because we don't get too fiery. But you should be loosey-goosey at the end of this. 2 more breaths. Good. Roll back onto the belly. I'm just going to stick my mic back in its little place. I used to edit these things out, but now I'm like, yeah, no thanks. Coronavirus is long. Press the tops of the feet down. Press the hands down. Now, squeeze the shoulder blades together, broaden and lift the chest into Cobra Pose. So I really want you to feel that retraction of the shoulder blades. So for a moment, bring your shoulders forward. This is not how you do the pose, at least here. So bring the shoulders up, back, and down. And the way you're going to feel this is if you try to drag yourself forward to reach the chest forward. Now lift a little bit higher, but press the feet down. For now, take the head up. Let the back of the neck shorten. I know, it's like unorthodox these days, but your neck does go that way, and it's fine. Good. On your exhale, lower down. Press up, tabletop pose, and then all the way back into downward facing dog. Good. We're going to come into a side bend. So turn your right heel in, ground the right foot, bend your left knee. Now as you drive through the right hand, pull the right hip up and back and press the right hand down into the floor. So you're shortening left side body with left knee bent. Right heel drives down and sends the right hip up and back. Re-square the hips. Same thing other side. Turn the left heel in, left leg is straight, bend the right knee, send the outer left hip up and back, drive through the left hand. Use the breath, Ujjayi breath. Different poses call for kind of different experiments with the breath. So I'm really trying to breathe into the left lung here, left rib cage. Come back to center. From here, slowly just walk the feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. Let's inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So think of cow pose, and then exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, let the head be heavy, and just dangle here. Stay here for about 3 more breaths. Play around with rocking a little bit, weight forward or bending the knees a bit. Maybe interlace the hands at the base of the skull. Good, and then let your hands hang down. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms by the sides. So we're going to move through some sun salutations with some shoulder variations just to build a little bit of heat, but slow flow. So we're going slow today. So if you go fast, slow it down today. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Enjoy this. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit. Tuck the chin. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Bring the knee down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head towards the sky. Now on your exhale, reach the right hand forward and the left hand back for open arm twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, draw the elbows back, should feel a little bit more open. Exhale, right elbow on top of left elbow. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, sink the hips lower. Unwind the arms, inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, optional chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Press the floor away. Today, melt your forehead towards the floor. Explore that, unless it feels pinchy. Good. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, left knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. This should feel delicious. Exhale, open arm twist to your right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Strong arms. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, broaden the elbows back, the forearms back. Exhale, left elbow on top of right. Hands together. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, sink the hips low. Unwind the arms, inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Forward fold, press through the feet. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Arms by the sides. Good. One more, different variation. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back. Leg is straight. Full crescent lunge. Inhale, hands rise above the head. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chest to the sky. Exhale, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, optional chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, shoulders on the back. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, exhale, melt the heart, press through the feet. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, left foot forward. Right leg is straight. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, draw the elbows back. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades back and down, sit the hips low, lift the chest. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. From here, because today's practice is a little different, what we're going to do, instead of stepping forward, we're going to step back. So I want you to go ahead and step your right foot back. Come into warrior two, arms to a T. Interlace the hands behind the back. Take your right hand to the left thigh. Take the left forearm to left thigh. Wrap the chest up to the sky. Either take the hand down to the floor, come into a full bind if you would like. So wrapping the left arm under the left leg, interlacing the hands. A few breaths here. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes in. Narrow the stride a bit. Interlace your hands. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, fold. You can totally bend the knees a little bit. Try to rip your arms apart. But by rip, I mean just create a little bit of pull. Don't actually rip anything. One more breath. Bring the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, warrior two to the top of the mat. Step the right foot forward, come into Utkatasana. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, step back, warrior two with the left foot. Reach the arms wide. So you interlace the hands, but really just to get the left hand on the right thigh. Then right forearm to right thigh. Wrap the chest up to the sky. Come into deeper variations if that's in your practice. But for now, just experience the sensation in the front of the left shoulder. Maybe even the front of the right shoulder. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the right leg, turn the toes in. This time grab opposite forearms behind your back. Walk the hands nice and close. Broaden the chest. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Lean some weight forward into the balls of the toes. Try to pull the arms apart. 2 more breaths. Good. Undo the arms, take the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time lunge to the top of the mat. Plant the palms. Step back, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Child's pose. Sits bones to the heels, forehead down to the mat. Bend the elbows, take the hands into a prayer position at the base of the skull. Slow the breath in child's pose. Ujjayi pranayama. Good, I want you to sit all the way up into a cross-legged pose now. That's a very interesting turn I just did. So once you're in that cross-legged pose, reach the right hand out to the right, face the palm out like you're like someone's over there and you're like, no. That's like depression. No. Anxiety. No. But anyways, keep reaching the right hand out to the right. Left ear towards left shoulder. Take left hand to the right side of the head. And slowly begin to soften the hand down to the floor. Let the fingers lightly graze the mat. With the left hand, you're gently encouraging left ear towards left shoulder. It's nothing too crazy. Maybe rock the head forward. Or rock the head back. Good. From here, undo that. Reach the left hand out to the left. Right ear towards right shoulder, right hand to left side of the head. Now as you reach, Gently settle the left hand down. You're sitting up tall. So as you do this, left shoulder's drawing onto the back. Close the eyes and just really zoom into this sensation. That's how you can make it super therapeutic. If your mind is like thinking about like, oh God, I have to make the kids dinner, and oh God, it's coronavirus, and oh God, those crazy people are storming the Capitol and we're gonna have some sort of dictator. It doesn't matter if you stretch your shoulders. You're gonna be stressed. So be in your body. It's all good. You have permission to be with yourself in the moment. If you are a social justice warrior, maybe bring the head down. Don't do it if you're just a social justice warrior, but what I'm saying is if you're a warrior for justice, which we all should be, you gotta also take care of yourself and rest. So you can show up and fight the good fight. Good, bring your head back up. Anyways, so by now you're probably feeling a little bit more relaxed, loosey-goosey in the shoulders. We're gonna lie onto the back, we're gonna do a twist, and we're gonna do a back bend. So from there, we'll slow things down and end the class. So lie down onto your back, we'll do the back bend first. Plant the feet down, walk the heels towards the butt. Lift your hips. Now you can either roll the shoulders under the back, or you can plant the palms by the sides of the head and lift to the top of the head. So if you're doing that, elbows in, press the hands, and then press through the feet, reach back through the chest. If you're in bridge pose, press the arms down and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a few more breaths here. Good, and then exhale, come all the way down. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, cactus the arms. Feel the body. Especially after a back bend, things can bring up a lot of information. Usually back bends for most people feel really kind of clearing or cathartic. We spend a lot of the day with the chest closed off, so opening that stuff up is powerful work. Nice. Now from here, let's go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Stretch the right leg out long. Let it rest onto the floor. Take right hand to left thigh. Reach left arm off to the left and come into a big twist. Sorry if there was a clunk with the mic. Now as you reach the left arm off to the left, let it reach at a slight diagonal back. Firm the back of the left shoulder down. Now breathe with me here. Big inhale. Open mouth release. Deep inhale. And release. One more inhale. And release. Come back to center. Hug both of the knees into your chest. Make sure your hips are all squared up. And then stretch your left leg out long. Give the right knee a nice squeeze. And then from there, draw the right knee all the way across the midline of the body and reach your right arm out towards the right. So not to complain, but if there was like one thing that I could just make work or like hire someone, I would be like, I would hire an audio guy, like hook me up with a mic or just, hang a mic over my face. Anyways, but that's an internal thought. So again, notice what comes up. And breathe. Good, come back to center. Happy baby's pose. Grab onto the pinky toe sides of the feet or the inner arches and just be a little baby. When babies do this, I've said this in like all of my videos, but it's valuable. When babies do this, they're not, thinking about the end of the world or even what they're going to make for dinner or, all the potentially idiotic things they said earlier. They're just being a baby. They're on their back. They're curious. And there is profound wisdom in that. The path to contentment, shall I say even enlightenment, is in this return to childlike presence. That is deep wisdom. So we find gratitude for this life, for this body, and for our ability to be children on earth. Wow, I am like literally a preacher right now. I love it. Good. Hug your knees into your chest, round your forehead to your knees, squeeze all of the air out of the lungs, and stretch out. Final Shavasana. So as you rest in Shavasana, I hope it is truly relaxing. I hope that you get everything you need out of it, and I hope your shoulders are feeling good. I'm actually really excited to be doing this challenge with you guys. So if you have suggestions, if you want fire, if you want specific parts of the body, if you want different poses, please comment below and also subscribe. That is helpful for me. It's also helpful for you because you know when I post videos. So anyways, you guys, rest well, and I'll see you tomorrow.